Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and these are my most anticipated movies for the rest of 2019. I'm making this list knowing two things. Number one, I am not going to be able to see every movie for the remainder of 2019 because some will be out of my area. That I know for sure. And number two, this is not a top 10 list. The reason why these movies are in the order that they're in is not for any reason other than that's where they are on their release dates. I don't think one movie is better than the other because, well, I haven't seen it, and I'm not anticipated for one movie over another. It's just I looked at the release calendar, I saw one, and I wrote it down. So with that in mind, let's get started with a couple of honorable mentions. The Goldfinch. It looks interesting, but the only reason why it's an honorable mention is because Ansel Elgort is in it, and I'll watch anything that he is involved with. Rambo: Last Blood. I loved the first Rambo movie, but I have a feeling that this might kinda suck, but, fingers crossed. Jojo Rabbit. I'm only keeping this an honorable mention because I'm not 100% sure this is going to be in my area, but if it is, I'm definitely going to watch it. I mean, it's Taika Waititi directing a movie about a little boy whose imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler. How am I not going to see this? Last Christmas. The trailers make this look like a generic Hallmark movie, not that there's anything wrong with that, but this movie could be a sleeper hit. I'm keeping my fingers crossed on this one as well. And Cats. Just out of sheer morbid curiosity. So with the honorable mentions out of the way, let's get to the actual list. Starting with It Chapter 2. At the time of this recording, I have reviewed the It miniseries from 1990, and I will be reviewing It from 2017 tomorrow. So by the time that this list comes out, I will have reviewed the two flavors of It that have been released so far, with the third on the way. Andy Muschietti did such a fantastic job turning a story about a killer clown stalking some children into one of the best horror movies of the decade. So I look forward to anything that he does next, especially It Chapter 2. I've seen the social media reactions to this movie already, and some are like, it's too long, but other than that, it's still fantastic. I'm holding out hope because this is a pretty thick book, and there's a lot of stuff to wrap up. So I just hope that this is a satisfying conclusion. Next up is Brad Pitt in Ad Astra. I love these space movies that really like to make you think, and this movie looks exactly that. Brad Pitt was the best part of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or at least one of the best parts, and hopefully he keeps the momentum going. Then we have Joker. Okay, I have seen the reactions to this, and surprisingly enough, this movie is kind of divisive. There are some people that love it, and some people that are calling it pretentious garbage. But I have reacted to both of the trailers, and they have both looked fantastic. So I'm keeping my hopes high for this one. Then we have Dr. Sleep. I love Mike Flanagan. I think he's one of the best horror directors going today, and him and Stephen King normally add up to a pretty good combination. Not to mention the fact that this is the official sequel to The Shining, and hopefully Stephen King won't hate this one. Next up is Ford v Ferrari, a movie about cars directed by James Mangold and based on a true story about Carroll Shelby gearing up to take on Ferrari and starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale. I'll take two, please. This movie has the look, the feel, and the tone down pat. I am so excited for this movie, and I am praying that this is on my best of the year list. Then we have A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Anything involving Tom Hanks, I will watch. Anything involving Mr. Rogers, I will watch. So, yes to this forever. Won't You Be My Neighbor was my favorite movie of 2018, and I have a feeling that A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood will be my favorite movie of 2019. I'm just getting Oscar vibes all day from this. Hopefully everyone else gets the feeling too. Then we have the latest film from Rian Johnson, everyone's favorite Star Wars director, Knives Out. Knives Out looks like such a classic, like, whodunit. It looks like 12 Angry Men if it's stuck in a mansion and there's murder involved. The cast of this movie already hooked me, and the first trailer that we have seen looks fantastic. So here's to hoping that this looks like Clue but taken up another level. Coming down the home stretch, we have Jumanji: The Next Level. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle was one of the biggest surprises I've seen in a movie theater in a few years. I walked into it with no expectations, and I walked out just with the biggest smile on my face. With a majority of the cast from that movie coming back to The Next Level, combined with Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, like, sign me up for that. And the trailer for Jumanji: The Next Level is my favorite comedy of 2019, at least so far. Then we have, you knew this was coming, The Rise of Skywalker. I have reacted to the D23 trailer and the trailer that premiered at Star Wars Celebration. This movie looks outstanding. J.J. Abrams is coming back to finish the trilogy that he started. And there are a lot of people who are nervous because of The Last Jedi, or the fact that J.J. Abrams has really never finished anything that he started. However, I do have faith in the man. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with Rise of Skywalker, because The Last Jedi basically blew up all the mystery boxes, and now it's up to Abrams to, solve the murder mystery. Here's to hoping that Abrams can do exactly that. And then, closing out the year, we have 1917, directed by Sam Mendes. I love war movies, and this looks like Dunkirk, but set in World War I. I'm definitely excited. Not to mention the fact that in the trailer alone, I saw Colin Firth and the Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes, I love those actors to pieces, and Sam Mendes directed probably one of the best James Bond movies ever in Skyfall. So, hopefully this movie is outstanding. And that's my list, guys. Thank you so much for watching. What are your most anticipated movies for the remainder of the year? Leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.